Just ahead on KSLA News 12 at noon, the city of Shreveport rebounds from a night of violence in which one man is murdered and several others are injured by gunfire. And the Caddo-Bossier Task Force takes a big bite out of the local narcotics business. Skip Portis takes a look at weather.
Well, we still have some light showers lingering across parts of the Arklatex. Those will be moving out. We may see a little bit of sunshine later on this afternoon. The details for that weekend are coming up.
And Mr. Food puts the ban on boring beans. All that and more straight ahead.
And now, live from the most watched television station in the Arklatex, this is KSLA News 12 at noon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sharon Frame. Thanks for your company on this Thursday, March 25th. A night of violence on Shreveport streets ends in death and a long list of injuries. The murder took place near the corner of Cleveland and Carl Terrace when a fight broke out between a group of people. 3 people were injured when gunfire erupted. One man later died of his injuries. He has been identified as 19-year-old Montego Richardson. Another victim was shot in the leg and a third was grazed by a bullet. Both were treated at LSU Medical Center and later released. No word yet on what prompted the fight that led to that murder. And that shooting was just one of several that took place in Shreveport last night. Police responded to 2 drive-bys and a shooting at the Ebony Club on Snow Street where a woman was injured. Investigators later arrested Charles Webb and charged him with attempted second-degree murder. In all, 9 people were injured during shootings last night in Shreveport. An old drug with older users is showing up again in the Arklatex, and it's put 11 people in jail. The Caddo-Bossier Narcotics Task Force has spent the last 2 days breaking up what it calls a major heroin ring. Officials say they made about 20 buys over the past 5 months. The haul, about $18,000 in cash and $40,000 worth of heroin and cocaine.
And this is the most people in any one organization of distributing heroin that's ever been arrested in this area.
That there are people that we have dealt with since as far back as 1972. And that says a lot.
Now, police say the heroin ring's alleged ringleader is 56-year-old Dan Guyton of Bossier City. He is a retired Army sergeant, and he's being held on more than $1 million bond. If convicted, he'll go to prison for life. We'll have more on the bust and the other arrests at 5 and 6. Well, Interstate 20 westbound in the construction area is shut down at this hour. Details are sketchy at this time, but it appears that a diesel spill on the interstate led to an accident. City crews are sanding the roadway and cleaning up the mess. We don't think there were any injuries. We'll update the story with that information in our 5 o'clock newscast. And a truck driver headed to a construction site lost his load just a bit too early this morning. The truck was crossing the Jimmy Davis Bridge when the load, a ton of granite-like rock, dumped into the roadway. City workers had to shut down the bridge for a while as they cleaned away the rock known in the construction business as rip. The accident happened just before 9 o'clock this morning. Well, Shreveport police are still trying to track down the bold robber who held up the downtown main office of a bank. It happened about 2:30 yesterday afternoon at the Pioneer Bank. A man slipped the teller a note that said he had a gun and that he wanted money. The exchange was very quick. Customers, in fact, didn't even know a holdup was going on. The bank's security camera got a picture of the man. He is a black man with a mustache, wearing a red baseball cap, brown jacket, and blue jeans. Well, the clock is ticking away on the Louisiana special session. Yesterday, lawmakers barely averted a shutdown of the session without accomplishing what they went to Baton Rouge to do, that is, balance the budget. They met today again to break a deadlock. Rich Masters is in Baton Rouge and joins us now by phone with this report. Rich, what's going on?
Well, Sharon, the key term right now they're talking about is meltdown. Governor Edwin Edwards says if they want cuts, cuts is what we are going to give them. For the first time in 13 years as governor, Edwin Edwards addressed a conference committee of House and Senate members that are trying to hammer out a budget and a way to pay for it. Now, lawmakers are considering a 1 penny sales tax to fund $300 million in taxes. That's just part of what Edwin Edwards had asked for. But this morning, a fed-up Edwards told the committee members that were members from the House of Representatives that were begging for more cuts are going to get their wish, and he urged the panel to scrap the budget, scrap the one-penny sales tax, and begin hacking $618 million from the budget. Now, what that means is a possible shutdown of Shreveport's campuses of LSU and Southern for the summer months. That's what some people are talking about. Also, for fire, police, and sheriff's deputies that are listening that are very interested, supplemental pay would be out the window, as would many other state-funded projects would take massive cuts. So Governor Edwin Edwards says for the members that have been begging for cuts, he's going to give them to them in hopes that when the outcry of the people reaches the legislators' ears, he predicts that the legislators asking for cuts will be the ones back asking for taxes after this following session. So it looks as if right now the one penny is still being considered by the conference committee, but the governor says he doesn't want it. He wants cuts.
All right, Rich Masters reporting live from Baton Rouge. Thanks, Rich. The Catholic Diocese of Shreveport faces sweeping reorganization. The diocese says it will close and consolidate several rural churches and reassign 19 clergy. It also plans to create a new subdivision of the parishes as part of that reshuffling effort. The unprecedented changes were announced yesterday. The diocese says it is in response to shortages in the Catholic Church as well as local budget problems. The Louisiana unemployment rate has taken a turn in the right direction. The jobless rate dropped in February to 7%. That's down from the January figure of 8.1%. The total unemployment decreased to 132,800 people. West Carroll Parish had the highest jobless rate at 21.4%. Lincoln Parish boasted the lowest with 3.6%. The new statewide unemployment rate now matches the national rate, which also stands at 7%. And coming up a little later, Skip Cordes with weather. Started out on a rough note this morning.
Kind of rough this morning, but things are starting to decrease and move out of the area. Maybe a little bit of sun this afternoon. And yeah, we'll see more sun tomorrow.
I like it. Also ahead, the ground was shaking in Oregon, causing quite a worry for folks there. The story coming up right after the break.
From your Project Pride station, you're watching KSLA News 12, building pride in the Arklatex.
At Shreveport Lincoln Mercury, we're committed to total customer satisfaction. So come in today and choose from our giant selection of new 93 Mercury Grand Marquis for only $19,999. They're GS models, loaded with power door locks, cruise control, rear window defrosters, luxury light groups, and much more. Or save $6,000 on select new 93 Executive Series Lincoln Town cars. So hurry to Shreveport Lincoln Mercury, where service is the heart of our business and satisfaction is guaranteed.
You love it.
The good old days, your first home and first child. Then more kids, a bigger home. Good vision was something you took for granted, and cataract removal was still major surgery. Not anymore. Cataract removal is now a state-of-the-art procedure done on an outpatient basis. Medicare even helps with the cost, and you can be back home the same day to enjoy the lifestyle you deserve. For quality eye care, call Bossier Ophthalmology Clinic at 747-1100.
They're rich and famous TV stars, but Gene and Casey Kasem are scared to death.
People come to this town to take risks, but not these kind of risks.
The police are helpless to stop a crazed fan who's stalking the couple and their daughter.
There isn't any mountain of money that's worth putting your daughter or your husband or your wife at stake.
Inside Edition investigates the death threat that has one of Hollywood's favorite couples ready to pack up and leave town.
Tonight at 6:30 after KSLA News 12.
President Clinton has laid out his economic plans once again, this time during an exclusive interview on 48 Hours. The president talked about a potpourri of issues, but as expected, his economic proposal and plan to slash the deficit took front and center. The president, however, does not go unopposed in his plan to reduce the deficit. Following last night's 48 Hours interview, two of Clinton's more outspoken counterparts reacted to what the president had to say about regaining a grip on spending.
But a lot of these provisions in the bill, and there's dozens and dozens of provisions that, in our view, don't create jobs, you just add more spending. We agree with the president. There's a way we can create some summer jobs and do some of those things. We're prepared to support that, but we'd like to pay for it. The problem with the president's package is it's declared an emergency. It adds about $19 to $20 billion to the deficit at the very time we're talking about reducing the deficit.
Ross Perot has also taken issue with the president's economic plan. In other news, another suspect was arrested overnight in connection with the World Trade Center bombing last month. And this morning, 3 faced arraignment in court and pleaded innocent. Linda Tyra reports on the fast-paced efforts to haul in the suspects.
27-year-old Bilal Al-Kasi, a Brooklyn cab driver, was brought to jail in Manhattan overnight after turning himself in to the FBI. His exact role in the bombing remains unclear. Last night, a convoy of police and unmarked cars delivered Mahmoud Abu Halima to the jail. He was flown here yesterday from his native Egypt, where he apparently fled after the bombing and was arrested there during a crackdown on Muslim fundamentalists a week and a half ago. Abu Halima is said to have been the Sheikh's driver and a key player in the bombing. Mohammed Salame, the man believed to have rented the van used in the attack, and Nidal Ayad, the alleged bomb expert, both worshipped at the mosque. Ibrahim El Gabrowni was a leader in the Brooklyn mosque where the sheikh preached. Experts say the quick arrests in the case are crucial to discouraging further terrorism.
This arrest tells them that they commit an act in the United States and even try to escape someplace else, that they can still be brought to justice.
And while the investigation is speeding along, so is the cleanup. One twin tower is already back in business. The second should reopen next week. Linda Tyra, CBS News, New York.
A moderate earthquake rocked Portland, Oregon this morning. The quake registered at least 5.3 on the Richter scale. Oregon State Capitol in Portland is among the buildings damaged. The tremor also damaged a school and some highway bridges in western Oregon. Some minor injuries were reported. Fortunately, no one was killed. But very scary moments for a whole lot of folks in Oregon.
Well, things are...
Let's talk about what's happening here in the Arklatex. And we've got some sunshine to look forward to, but we really had a rough ride earlier this morning.
That's right. It was rocking across some areas of the Arklatex with some thunder, some lightning, a lot of hail this morning across the area, but most of it moved off down to our southeast. That is good news, and maybe a little bit of sun this afternoon.
Wonderful.
But because of the clouds and the showers this morning, low temperatures really weren't that low. Temperature in Shreveport this morning got down to only 61 degrees, while in Hope, Arkansas, 50 with the trough moving through there earlier, got down to 50 there and cooled off a little quicker than other areas. 62 in Natchitoches and Center and Lufkin, 59 in Ruston, 58 in Longview, 55 in Magnolia, 51 in Texarkana. That was this morning. Right now we're at 58, so that's our low right now, 58 degrees with some clouds and some showers and drizzle still around the Shreveport Airport. Humidity 96%, north wind at 12 miles per hour. Now we still have a severe thunderstorm watch out for extreme southeastern parts of the Arklatex from near Logansport over to Natchez, Mississippi, and points south until 4 p.m. this afternoon. But most of the stuff has moved way down to our southeast. In fact, let's go to the Shreveport radar. We can take a look at it there. Most of the thunderstorms moving off to our southeast near Winfield, Louisiana right now, continuing to move off towards the southeast. A band of showers right here from just south of Longview and to the Shreveport-Bossier area, and it's moving toward the southeast. So this is it for the showers. After this moves through, we may get some sunshine, which is way up here to our northwest, may filter on in here later on this afternoon. Check out the clouds in motion. You can see it here. The thunderstorms erupting around midnight or so and then moving through one after the other. A lot of hail with this morning, from marble size to golf ball size hail, and a lot of wind also as you rumble down from the southeast. You can see it there. The low clouds still lingering in extreme northwestern parts of the Arklatex. It's sunny in McAllister, Oklahoma, and it's sunny in Dallas, and some of these low clouds will be dissipating later on this afternoon, and we may see a little bit of sunshine. But if you're traveling down to the south, you have very unstable air mass to the south of this trough, and as a result, there's still a risk of severe weather through tomorrow morning for most of southern and central Louisiana and southeastern parts of Texas through tomorrow morning. Some of those storms which move to the south could become severe later on this afternoon with a little bit of heating of the day. What about tomorrow? Could we see more sunshine? And what about that weekend? All that coming right up.
When a supermarket offers double coupons on, say, a 25-cent coupon, The manufacturer pays his 25 cents, but where does the other 25 cents come from? From you, that's who. You'll begin to notice that all the other products you buy are costing more, actually taking away any money you save on double coupons. At Food Lion, we honor manufacturers' coupons, and we have extra low prices, but we never make you pay for double coupons.
Out here, I don't mind some help, like this Ivamecporon. Convenient. Now I can get externals like lice and internals too, and that's 2 jobs at once.
Ivamecporon for cattle controls internal and external parasites.
Arklatex. The Toyota convoy is here at Yoakum Toyota. Factory direct, 60 units right off the truck. No dealer prep, no added cost, no dealer add-ons. 60 special convoy units, 3 days only. It's first come, first serve on Camrys, Tercels, Corollas, truck. No dealer prep, no dealer add-ons. Arklatex. The Toyota convoy is here. 60 units only. You'll save thousands. Friday, Saturday, Monday only at Yoakum Toyota, Linwood Avenue, Shreveport.
Well, after this little ripple we had of some strong to severe weather last night and this morning, we should be back to sunshine tomorrow across all the area. High pressure dominating our weather. That low pressure system starting to exit us, moving towards the east. But lurking to our west, here comes our second half of the weekend. Showers and thunderstorms will be developing in West Texas tomorrow, but for us, we should see highs rebounding back into the lower 70s for tomorrow. Very nice afternoon for tomorrow, but come the second half of the weekend, things could be a little different. This afternoon, some sunshine late this afternoon. The showers will be ending. Some low clouds may linger, and we'll be warm depending on how much sun. A high of 70, south winds shifting around to the north. Then for tonight, we'll see some low clouds redeveloping. Breezy and cool, though. A low of 44, north winds 6 to 12. All right, your 3-day forecast takes you through the weekend. Looks like this. Sunshine tomorrow, a nice day, 75 for a high temperature. Back to the warm temperatures. North wind 7 to 13 miles per hour, and no chance of rain tomorrow. Saturday, a slight chance of showers late in the day with some increasing clouds, also a high of 74 degrees. Sunday looks like a good chance of rain with that front approaching us, 72 for a high temperature. South winds gusty at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And unfortunately, Monday and Tuesday look wet as well. So tomorrow, the best day of the next 5. But the rain will be ending this afternoon.
We'll look forward to tomorrow then, Skip. Thank you so much. Well, many at-risk kids today end up becoming lawbreakers tomorrow. A local group hopes to redirect many paths leading to future destruction by offering constructive hope. Hope against drugs and crime. Here now to talk about a project to that end is Kenny Davidson, who plays with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Thanks so much for joining us this afternoon. You are going to be the guest speaker at a particular function, and I want you to tell us all about it. It's called Lock in Hope and Lock Out Dope. What does that mean?
Well, we're just trying to give the kids something in the neighborhood, something positive to do. Like tomorrow night from about 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., we're going to have the complete gymnasium at Fair Park High School. We're going to be locked in. We're going to have all sorts of entertainment. Me and myself is going to be the guest speaker. We're going to dance, shoot basketball, just basically give the kids something to do all night long rather than keeping them off the streets.
What message can you give those kids that you think might be a lasting message to them?
Well, just to try to do everything you do every day to do something positive. And, you know, out there on the streets right now, we got so many drugs and all these type of things going on. Just whatever you do every day is just do something positive and try to stay away from the bad influences that are out there on the streets. And if you keep those type of things in mind, I think you'll do just fine.
Do you think you being a football player will make a difference as opposed to someone who probably is not a high-profile character as yourself?
Yeah, I think I can make a difference just due to the fact of the same things that they're going through right now I went through already, because Fair Park, that's right there within my school district. And, you know, if I made it, I know it's just, I see it as being something positive for them because I came through the same type of environment they did. And if I can do it, they can do the same thing as well.
So once again, it starts what time tomorrow?
At 6 p.m. tomorrow.
And they're locked in for how long?
12 hours.
All right, and a lot of activities going on.
It'll be real nice.
Good
real
deal.
Nice.
Thanks for dropping by and explaining that to us, and good luck with the program.
Thank you.
All righty. Well, still to come today at noon, it's, excuse me, coming down to the wire for a couple of area women's basketball team trying to make it to the Final Four. And Mr. Food says beans don't have to be boring.
Regular green beans, but with a touch of this and a touch of that, no more boring.
Taco Foods. Compare our bottom line prices and variety of food selections. Don't miss Taco's Bargains of the Week.
Wouldn't it be great to find a car dealership that could meet all your needs, from economy to luxury, from sports cars to trucks, vans, and utility vehicles? They're all found at Champion Ford and at prices I believe no one else will match. Like a 93 Escort for just $69.95. Or for the entire family, an Aerostar at $11,995. Please shop these prices. I'm sure you'll agree with thousands of satisfied customers that when it comes to selection and service at the very best price, your one-stop shopping dealer is Champion Ford.
We're the only ones who get up this early in the morning and bring coffee to the stores fresh. Community coffee doesn't sit around in any warehouses or in rail yards. I take community coffee straight from the roaster to the grocer shelves. Big stores, little stores, we go everywhere.
When it comes to fresh roasted, fresh delivered coffee, nothing beats community.
You open up that truck and the smell just pours out of there.
Are you unemployed, untrained, out of work? The Shreveport-Bossier Regional Technical Institute can get you started on the road to success. We offer a choice from 21 different specialized programs taught by certified instructors in a state-operated school. And we're ready to help with financial assistance to those who qualify. Unemployment and lack of funds are no longer obstacles to your success. Get the training you need for the career of your choice. Call the Shreveport-Bossier Regional Technical Institute for more details.
Time now for us to bring in Mr. Food, and today he's going to do his best to give an otherwise ordinary bowl of beans a little bit of a boost. With a pinch of imagination and a dash of flavor, you can take the boring out of the beans. Here's Mr. Food.
Ethnic food is in. I mean, it's the biggest rage in the country because we're all seeking out those old-time comfort tastes. But we want it easy also. Well, watch how a simple side dish gets us everything we want. In a skillet on a medium heat and a quarter of a cup of olive oil, we saute a minced clove of garlic just 1 minute. Add a 16-ounce thawed and drained bag of cut green beans, a quarter of a cup of vinegar, a teaspoon of mint leaves, a quarter of a teaspoon of salt, and an eighth of a teaspoon of pepper. And we just stir that around for 6-7 minutes. Now, that goes onto a platter, and we sprinkle on some chopped walnuts, some crumbled feta cheese, and you've got a Greek islands adventure. Now, if you want to use lemon juice instead of vinegar, just as authentic, maybe more so. You want to use fresh mint or a bottled garlic or make it with French beans instead, that's fine too. You can even serve it all the next day cold, and it's a great relish. And use whatever brands are on sale too. There's no rules. It all works. And if you'd like the recipe, just send a self-addressed stamped envelope marked Fancy Beans to me, Mr. Food, right here at the station. And we'll get it back to you for turning any meal at all into a complete Mediterranean ethnic original. There's no fancy work to them. It looks it. Well, you're liable to get, well, pardon me, oh, it's so good. Yeah, liable.
Well, we've seen a lot of puppies in our Adopt a Pet segment lately, and today we've got another litter to show you. This cage full of cuties are Boston Terrier mixes, still very young, only about 7 weeks old. They are 3 males and 3 females. All will be small dogs when they're older. The owner brought them to the shelter after she couldn't give them away. Now, if you'd like to adopt one or more of these puppies, they are waiting at the Bossier Animal Shelter. And remember, the Caddo and Texarkana shelters have lots of dogs and cats looking for good homes as well. And when we come back, the road to the Final Four is getting shorter for a couple of area women's college basketball teams. Stay tuned.
The Caddo-Bossier Port will mean thousands of jobs and hundreds of millions of additional dollars to our community. The port will allow businesses to transport goods for less, 5 times less than by truck, and 3 times less than by rail. It makes good sense. Due to our homestead exemption, the average homeowner will pay nothing. The owner of a $100,000 home will pay only about 52 cents a month. A port on the river was our past. Now, it's our future.
This sandwich is a real eye-opener. Spicy. A chicken breast, crispy on the outside, spicy on the inside. Now the best of Jack in the Box at our best price ever. The spicy, crispy chicken sandwich is only $1.99. At most places, you can get a bite to eat for under $1. Trouble is, all you get is a bite. But at Jack in the Box, 99 cents gets you a delicious double cheeseburger. It's more than a bite. It's a banquet.
Major manufacturers and distrustful distributors are desperate. Save on name brands like Alpine, Kenwood, Sony, Pioneer, Yamaha, JVC. Costs have caved in. Save up to 80%. Remote answering machines from $19. 60-watt digital home receivers from $78. Carpeted kicker-type boxes from $37. Pull-out car decks from $37. 200-watt 12-inch subwoofers from $10 each. Remote control car alarms from $37. All merchandise warranty. No reasonable offer refused. It's all gotta go. Gotta go.
Well, tonight in Nacogdoches, Louisiana Tech and Stephen F. Austin will try to get one step closer to the women's Final Four. It's the semifinals of the NCAA's Midwest Regional. The Lady Techsters meet Southwest Missouri State, and SFA battles #1 Vanderbilt. As Barry Hill tells us tonight, the Lady Jacks look up at the Commodores.
You know, Corner Parker's going to take that shot.
Hosting an NCAA Women's Regional on your own floor should be an advantage. However, Stephen F. Austin's semifinal opponent Thursday night has a bigger advantage.
She changes a lot of things. It's not that she is a great player yet. It's just her presence makes her great.
She is Vanderbilt center Heidi Gillingham, and at 6 feet 10 inches, she is the tallest player in women's Division I basketball. Vanderbilt is the #1 team in the country this year and is loaded with talented players. But Gillingham is the one Commodore who inspires unusual practice habits from Vandy's opponents.
We worked out against the 7-foot walk-on for the guys, and I'm not sure how much that helped us, but he dominated practice for 3 days. I'll give you a hint.
Even with that experience, some of the Lady Jacks aren't sure about what they'll do to offset Gillingham's intimidating presence.
I might have to make the lob just a little bit higher, duck just a little bit easier, but I really won't be able to tell until I get in there.
Blair says he wasn't sure SFA would make it to its own regional. However, he wasn't going to miss a good show in his own arena.
Now, but I got 10 seats, so in case we didn't make it, you got to have plan B.
And now he'll have to have a plan G for Gillingham. Reporting from Nacogdoches, Barry Hill, KSLA News 12 Sports.
Well, good luck to our local teams, and hopefully we'll have some luck weather-wise.
Good luck with the weather. We have some showers out there in Shreveport. Radar ending across the area. That's it up there, a little sliver of showers. May see a little bit of sun later on this afternoon. And tomorrow, a lot of sunshine and back up to the mid-70s for tomorrow. So enjoy tomorrow. Looks good.
All righty. A winter of a day tomorrow, huh?
Yeah.
We'll look forward to it. That is a look at news and weather, folks. Thanks so much for your company. Make it a good day today. Bye-bye now.
Thank you.
If you are pregnant, this is the time your baby needs you the most. Get prenatal care now and give your baby the chance for a healthy life. Now is the time to baby your baby.
What's her idea of her Sunday best?
Fatigue. Army fatigue.
It's a clash of fashions and generations.
Everything is either black or
You
boys.
want me to wear pink and sequins.
What's a mother to do when her daughter always dresses like a boy?
She rates her brother's closets, her father's closet.
I tried dress like a girl one day, but it was just uncomfortable.
See what happens when we turn tomboys into lovely young ladies. My daughter dresses like a boy. Next, Montel Williams.
Thursday at 3 on KSLA 12.
Ivan Smith Furniture and Appliance, the Arklatek's largest Sealy bedding and Lane recliner dealer, is having a fabulous 6-hour sale from 3 to 9 p.m. Friday. For 6 fabulous hours, you can purchase quality brand name furniture and appliances at unbelievable prices. Ivan Smith's volume buying power means you always get better buys on better home furnishings, always. So don't miss Ivan Smith's fabulous 6-hour furniture and appliance sale, 3 to 9 p.m. Friday.
You know, I'd forgotten how much fun it can be to just let loose with the kids. When I think back, some of my best memories are of things my parents planned with my sisters and me. Dad, Big Bird is so big. I really get a kick out of my kids.
There's nowhere else they can see their best friends on stage. And there's nothing like Sesame Street Live.
Where's the Birdie? Friday, April 16th through Sunday, April 18th at Texarkana College Auditorium. Tickets at the bookstore, Albertson State Village, and TV Clinic and Hope. Please, baby your baby. A reminder from HCA Highland Hospital.